Buses, that means of transportation that for many becomes a daily routine. Even though we use them without thinking much about it, have you ever stopped to wonder why large buses, especially those that cross cities and long highways, have the engine in the back? It's not just an aesthetic choice. There's a whole field of engineering behind this decision. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets behind this choice and how it affects everything, from passenger comfort to safety on the road. More than just a means of transportation. First, let's set the scene. Buses aren't just simple vehicles moving from point A to point B. They're vital connections, linking people, cities, and essential services like healthcare and education. Especially in countries where public transportation is crucial, buses are almost like lifelines. They not only drive economic growth, but also connect people to opportunities. And in an increasingly congested world, with urban populations constantly growing, buses have to adapt and evolve. That's where the fascinating decision to place the engine in the rear comes in. Reason number 1, making use of every inch. The number one reason for placing the engine in the rear is a much more efficient use of space. Imagine that every inch on a bus could mean an extra row of seats. This is a key factor in high-demand areas, like big cities or long routes where space is limited but the need to transport passengers is huge. If we place the engine in the rear, we free up the front and center of the bus, allowing for more seating space and maximizing passenger capacity. This translates into more revenue, especially on crowded urban routes where every passenger counts. Compared to front-engine buses, which are often used for shorter distances or school routes and have a more traditional design, rear-engine buses can carry many more passengers. Reason number 2, an accessible and comfortable design. Now, let's talk about comfort and accessibility. Imagine a bus with a completely flat floor, much easier to board. Rear engines make this type of design possible, eliminating the need for a transmission tunnel running through the center of the bus, which creates a more open and safer space. This feature is especially beneficial for elderly people or those with reduced mobility. Additionally, this design not only makes access easier, but also improves luggage storage. Buses with rear engines have space under the floor that can be used to create large luggage compartments, perfect for long-distance travelers. With no barriers or obstacles, the open design enhances the passenger experience. Reason number 3, greater visibility for the driver. Can you imagine driving a large bus through a city full of pedestrians, other vehicles, and unexpected obstacles? Visibility is key. By placing the engine in the rear, designers have more space to create panoramic windshields, giving the driver a wider and clearer view of the road. With no engine in the front, the driver can sit closer to the windshield, making it easier to spot pedestrians, other vehicles, and any obstacles on the road. This kind of visibility is especially important on busy streets, where quick reactions can make the difference between a safe trip and an accident. Besides improving visibility, the rear engine configuration also benefits handling. Placing the engine over the rear wheels helps distribute the bus's weight, which improves traction. This is crucial when driving on slippery roads or taking tricky turns. It's a similar principle to that of sports cars or Formula One single-seaters, where having the engine in the back enhances the vehicle's performance. In this case, buses with rear engines become surprisingly agile and stable, even with their large size. A more comfortable and quieter ride. Discover how rear-engine buses enhance your experience. If you've ever traveled on a front-engine bus, you surely know that the engine noise and vibrations can be a nuisance during the trip. But when you get on a rear-engine bus, everything changes. Buses with this configuration provide a much quieter and more pleasant ride for everyone on board. The key lies in the distribution of space. The engine is separated from the passenger and driver area, which significantly reduces noise and vibrations inside the cabin. The most impressive thing is that modern models incorporate soundproofing materials, which further enhances the experience, making the ride even more comfortable, especially on long journeys. Although this design detail might not be something you notice at first glance, the difference becomes clear over time. A quieter ride not only improves comfort, but also reduces stress, which is perfect for both city routes and longer trips. Efficiency and performance, the bonus of rear engines. Here's a fact you probably didn't know. Buses with rear engines are not only quieter, but they also have a more efficient cooling system. Since air doesn't need to enter through the front of the bus, the cooling systems can be placed more strategically, allowing for better performance, even on long trips and in extreme climates. The rear engine location also improves fuel efficiency. These engines, being more optimized, achieve lower fuel consumption, which not only reduces operating costs for transport companies but also brings environmental benefits. A win for everyone. History of rear-engine buses, a practical evolution. The history of these buses began with the need to improve space and comfort in urban transportation systems. In the early years, front-engine buses were the most common, but as cities grew and public transportation systems became more complex, the need for a more effective solution became clear. Starting in the 1950s, rear-engine buses began to gain popularity, especially because of the advantages in space distribution. This configuration allowed designers to maximize passenger capacity without sacrificing safety. Additionally, with the engine in the rear, buses could have lower floors, making access easier for people with reduced mobility. Over time, these buses improved thanks to technological advances that optimized fuel efficiency and reduced emissions, all while providing a more comfortable and quieter ride. Front engine versus rear engine. What's the real difference? Buses with rear engines offer a number of significant advantages over front-engine models, while front-engine buses, still common on some rural and short-distance routes, usually have less passenger capacity because of the space taken up by the engine. Rear-engine buses make better use of the available space. This results in greater seating capacity and a low-floor design, which is ideal for passengers, including those with reduced mobility, to easily access the vehicle. Additionally, weight distribution is more efficient in rear-engine buses, which improves stability and traction, especially in difficult weather conditions. These vehicles are more agile and safer, and having the engine away from the cabin significantly reduces noise and vibrations, which improves the travel experience. While both types of buses have their place depending on the route, rear-engine buses are better suited to the needs of large cities and long-distance travel. Next time you get on a bus, look beyond just the ride. Next time you take a bus, take a moment to think about all the engineering that makes your ride so comfortable, safe, and quiet. Rear-engine buses are much more than just a means of transportation. They're a great example of how innovation can improve our everyday lives. Are you surprised by any of these features of rear-engine buses? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this, you're sure to love this next video. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more content about these giants of the road.